love in the Lord.
Oh, God, I know that Kenya's coming today. I am willing, God. I'm willing to obey you. I just want to reach her. I just want to tell her. I just don't simply know where to start. Give me the words. Give me the wisdom. Tell me what to do. Tell me how to talk with her. I know that she's full of bitterness, but oh God, I am here to obey you, and I will do as you tell me to do.
Hey, girl.
Hey!
I see you, girl.
Come on in!
Girl, you know that fine husband of yours let me in.
Oh, that's how you got in. Ain't he fine?
Yeah, I said, girl, that woman, know she blessed.
Yeah. I got a little coffee and muffins for us this morning. We're going to be out on the patio just enjoying ourselves. A little girl time. Yeah, bless the Lord. I'm glad you're here.
Girl, this here, what? Coffee. Ooh, girl, what flavor is this?
Sure, that's that gourmet coffee.
Ah.
See, gourmet. The maid brought it.
Girl, I'm not fooling
Not
with you
gourmet.
right now.
Gourmet.
Gourmet, okay. All right,
Well, I'm
now.
glad you like it. I thought it was something that you like, something that I picked up while I was out on vacation. So hope that
Okay, I like the
tasty.
flavor.
Well,
It's really good. It's really good. I'm glad you got the
tell
computers
you.
and everything set up for us, so we
And
can go ahead and get started
that's
on this
right.
new project we're working on.
Yeah, for this meeting, I tell you. But you know, before we get started with this meeting, I know that you sent me the stuff on the computer, but I
Yes.
downloaded, so I have all the stuff right here.
Wonderful.
But I wanted to ask you something.
Sure, girl.
Kenya, are you going to the church's 50th anniversary? Yeah.
Did you really go there at this time? What? Before I even finished my coffee and my muffin. Did you really go there?
Yeah.
Girl, my answer for you is always going to be the same.
What's that?
Anything that has to do with church is going to be empathetically no.
Ooh.
No, ma'am. I'm done. I have nothing else to do with church. And if we continue conversations like this, you know what? Maybe we just need to cut our time down some. I don't know.
Wow. Well, Kenya, I'm going to go ahead and say this. And I really don't care if you don't like it or not. But God has his hand on you. I know that you know that. He has given you a gift, and you're choosing just simply not to use it, and I don't know why. It's not good to just throw it back in God's face, can you? We all have regrets in this life. But don't let God be yours. Don't let it be yours, Kenya.
Shamia.
Yeah.
Shamia.
Yes.
No. Please. Not today. Not today. No.
If not today, then when, Kenya? God is a good God.
Do you want to hear what this is about or not, Shamia?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, let me tell you. Okay? God was my everything. He was my everything, but when the darkness hit, and it came for me, he was not there for me. All I wanted him to do was answer one of my prayers. One. Just one. And that was to save her. I was confident that she would live, because I trusted him. But not so. Not so. I was a warrior for him. I sat beside her bed waiting for the miracle. You understand?
Yeah.
I was waiting. The healing that I knew would come, I watched everyone around gave up on her. They gave up on her. They gave up on God, but I refused to. I had refused to. I continued to pray. I was fasting. I believed that God I trusted would hear my prayers. That's how I feel.
And you feel like you defended God? Is that what you're saying? You saying that you defended God? Huh. Come on, Kenya.
Okay, I'm going to tell you just how I feel.
Go ahead.
As I slayed on the floor, I slumbered on the floor beside her bed. The visions came over me. She was wrapped in white cloth. Her face was the only thing that was visible. Eyes closed. And when the vision come, he was able to give me the ability to interpret them as well. I knew the vision meant that she was dead. I rolled over. As I moved towards the bed, tears began to trickle down my face. I stared into her eyes. And then I realized that he didn't give me the chance to say goodbye. I felt so helpless in that very moment. Just felt helpless in that moment.
Kenya, are you okay? Are you okay, Kenya? What are you saying, Kenya?
You know what? I don't think I want to be here.
No.
I don't think I want to be here. I don't think I didn't come here for this. We came to do or work on a project.
Sit down.
We came to work on a project, okay?
No, just
But
sit down.
you know what? You know what? No, I'm gonna get this off my chest.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead. You should.
Shamir, you are not tired of this. I just don't understand. Just trying to get it together, Kenya.
No, get yourself together, Kenya. Come on. What are you saying now?
So, this is the excuse that you're having for me today?
What
Regarding
excuse?
to him?
What excuse? You know, Kenya, people die all the time. That is by design. It was just simply her time to leave. Kenya, you have to accept that and know that God wouldn't just maliciously set out to hurt you or to break your heart. So what do you mean by this is the excuse? What are you saying?
You're telling me it was her time to go? Really? Were you telling me that just now? It was not. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for her to go.
You wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready. And I believe that the service that I did for him all those times, but I was wrong, obviously. Well, it is obvious. It was obvious to me. It was so obvious to me because I feel like he betrayed me. This cut is deep, Shamir. It's deep. It's just too damn deep.
Kenya. God does what is necessary. Even when it hurts. Look at me, Kenya. Because he knows what is best for us. And you have to trust that. People we love hurt us all the time, yet we find ways to forgive them. Because forgiveness is not for them. It's not for God, Kenya. It's for us. It's for you. Yeah.
Do you not realize, Jamia, they're just people? They're just people. We're talking about the Creator, the Alpha and the Omega. Do you realize we are not talking about just plain people here? We're talking about God. We're talking about God, His infinite power. The God who created the heavens, the God who created the earth in 6 days would not save my child, my daughter, in all the years of me serving Him. I never asked Him for anything. I didn't ask God for anything. I believed that He would supply all of my needs according to His riches and glory. But obviously, I was wrong. I was wrong about Him.
No, you wasn't.
And now you're wrong about Him.
No, Kenya. God always supplies all of our needs. Kenya, God supplies all of our needs according to His riches and glory. Come on, Kenya.
No, Shamia. No. Shamia, I am tired. I'm tired.
Don't be tired.
I'm tired. I just don't know what else to do, what else to say, because you're not listening. You're just not listening. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it again. Ooh, I just want you to listen to me. I didn't ask God for a car. I didn't ask God for a house. I didn't even ask Him for money. All I wanted was my daughter to live. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted was for Jesus to raise her like Lazarus from the dead, but allowing my child to die? What kind of God does that? What kind? I don't know.
A faithful God.
I'm just going.
Come on, Kenya.
Just go.
I pray all the time to God. And sometimes the answer is just simply no. We think because we're saved, because we trust Him, we believe in His Word, that we should not encounter any type of problems, any type of sadness. Look at Jesus Himself, the Son, the only begotten Son of the Father. Look how the Father had to sit and watch the suffering of His Son. What they did to the green tree, Kenya, they will also do to the dry. We too will feel the sorrows of life. Kenya, I just want to say, when we encounter these problems, we shouldn't just give away any and everything about ourselves concerning our relationship with God. Honey, that is not the way. It's not the way that it works. Kenya, let me tell you something about my life. I don't think you know this. When I was about 16, I came home and I saw police cars all around the yard. And I saw that yellow tape and I was hoping that it wasn't at my house. But it was, Kenya. And why? My whole family was murdered. Yes. 2 days before, my father had stopped to help a motorist. And in that car was a woman, she was pregnant, and she had gone into labor. And my father helped her deliver that baby. And he got her to the hospital. But then there were 2 men there, which were her brothers, and they were part of an organization called White America. And because they didn't know the good deed that my father had done for their sister, And I believe her husband was there, the baby's father. They didn't know the good deed that my father had done. In Kenya, they shot him. They killed him. They killed my father. They killed my mother. Kenya, they killed my brother. And they killed my sister. Now, I saw this. That day, I was thinking, I don't understand why they had to die so tragically. I just didn't understand it. But that's the way that they left to earth. See, Kenya, everybody hurts about something. Something just simply happens to all of us. All of us, Kenya. Yes.
I'm sorry for your loss, Shamia.
Thank you, Kenya.
I'm sorry. But right now, we are comparing apples to oranges. I understand you lost your entire family. I really, really do. I really do. But I was on the forefront for God, ministering to people and saving souls.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think that makes you better than me? You believe that my prayers have not been answered because I don't have the same gift as yours? Is that what you're saying, Kenya? Well, what are you saying?
All I am saying is that I had a vigil. I held a vigil. I did. I held one for her. I prayed, I fasted, I did anything that I could. I did it all. Did you?
I did not hold a vigil, nor did I fast. I prayed every day, and I prayed every night to the same God, asking him to keep me, to keep my family safe. Did my prayers, did they not just simply matter?
I'm not saying that your prayers didn't matter, but this is not about you. It's about me right now.
Oh, now the truth comes out. Here we are. Now here's the truth. The truth is revealed. And it's all lies about your biggest problem, Kenya. The thing you did was not for God or with God, or you beside God, you offended God. It was simply, as you said, it was about Kenya. It was about you.
Oh, wait a minute
Yes.
now. Wait a minute. That is simply not true. I was a warrior for the living God. Okay?
No, Kenya. It's always about you.
Really?
Even you sat at your daughter's bedside, and it was not for the glory of God. See, God said, my glory I will not give to another. But we have a tendency to pinch off the glory, to steal the glory. We want to become the glory. We want to own the glory. But the glory belongs to God. It was for your celebrity. You wanted that celebrity thing. Yeah, you wanted that look. You wanted that notoriety about yourself. You wanted to be Kenya. Look what Kenya done. Kenya do this. It was all about you. You simply wanted to be seen, my sister. You wanted others to whisper about how you had God's ear, the ear of God, and you were just one of those spoiled children that you threw a fit every moment you couldn't have your way. But here is the thing. Wow. Here is the thing. You failed to see. You failed to see that He has given you so much. Even in your anger, God is still there. Because remember, He said, be angry, but sin not. But right now, you're just furious. You're just full with anger and hate. I can't see all of that. He has done so much for me. Even in my darkness, even in the darkest sorrow. But you can't see that, can you? Because you allowing your hurt feelings. It's all about the life of Kenya. It's about you. So why are you just not sorry for just giving up on the life with God, Kenya? Why aren't you sorry about that?
How can you just literally sit here and say all this stuff about me? He took your family. He took your family when you were 16 years old.
Yes.
He took it. And how can you still love Him? How?
Kenya, God is love. And yes, I have experienced my fair share of losses. But I don't blame Him. I don't blame God. He keeps me sober-minded and focused on what's to come and not what was my past. Look at me, Kenya. I graduated from Morehouse and I married the man of my dreams. We had only been married about 6 months. And we decided that we wanted to go and get some ice cream. And he said maybe we should drive, but I said no. It's only 6 blocks. Let's just walk. And I thought we could do that stroll in the park kind of thing. But then out of nowhere, Kenya, there was a neighborhood drive-by shooting. And that man of my dream, he was gunned down. He had been shot 8 times. And I just carried that guilt for so long because I felt like if I just would have took the drive, if we would have drove instead of walking, but I just wanted to put my arm in his arm and just my hand in his hand and just have that moment of scrolling down the park type of thing. Had no idea that we would be walking into danger, into an ambush. And they gunned him down. And they killed him. They shot him 8 times.
Shamir,
Yes, Ken.
why? Why are you not angry with God for letting him die?
Kenya, I thought about it, but I don't know the plans that God has for me. When I was in the hospital that night, I didn't know what to think. My mind was all over the place, and Kenya, I just screamed. I just screamed so loud. I just screamed. I just screamed and I screamed and I cried and I prayed for answers. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. I told you about the tragedies of my family. And now this. I just didn't know. I didn't understand what God was up to. I didn't understand tragic after tragic. I didn't know. He said he wouldn't allow more than I could bear. But first he tells me he makes my escape out. But I'm just wondering what type of escape that I have from this, from tragic after tragic. But then, Kenya, I realized something. I realized in the room that night that I wasn't alone. I wasn't all by myself. Because God said he will never leave me. He will never forsake me. Even in the moment. In my grief, I realized, Kenya, that I still love God. I still love him. And that I was not alone. I knew then that there was a purpose for my life. My life wasn't perfect, but I knew there was a purpose, that God had a plan. And in that moment, God was the only one that could restore and give unto me the peace that I have right now. Only God. Yes. Kenya, I still cry sometimes. Yes. I'm human. Of course I do. And I think about what had taken place in my life. Yes. But I realized the truth. I realized the truth and what God has given unto me. I talked about those tragedies, and I talked about my family, my first husband. But Kenya, let me share with you some of the blessings of my life. Yes, there's some blessings. After my family had been murdered, losing my spouse, I was able to live with my aunt, and I began to receive mail from people all across the state of Texas. Good old Texas, that rodeo state.
Yeah.
Letters, they were sending me checks and money orders and gift cards, and some even had the nerves to send cash and cards.
Wow.
Cards of sympathy, of love, of friendship. And it was so totaled that it was enough money that I was able to go back to college. I was able to go back to college, and I even received a scholarship to complete my education. And that's why I can sit here now and review these documents that you have given me. Actually, Kenya, I began to journal my experience. And maybe after a year of turning my journals into books, it became a bestseller. That's what this meeting, that's
what
how.
this meeting
You
is.
just never know how God is going to work it. He says, my ways are not your ways, and my thoughts are not your thoughts. I would have never thought that this was going to be the way, because I definitely wouldn't have chose it. And I got my degree in psychology, and I am now Dr. Shamir.
Yes, you are, girl.
Glory to God.
Yes.
And you know that the agent who helped me publish my book, well, that was that man called husband that let you in the house.
Wow.
Girl, I married him. Wasn't that, isn't he something fine? I tell you, girl.
Yes.
He is something special.
Wow.
And he is the father of those two little knuckleheads you see running around in the house.
Oh.
God is so good. His plan that he had for me, it just helped soothe the past sorrow. Yes, I lost all those things, but Kenya, I gained so much. It almost remind me of the story of Job, how he lost his children, he lost all his wealth, and his friends was telling him to curse God. His wife was telling him to curse God. And you know, Job talks about how God giveth and he also taketh away. But because he didn't, he endured all that he went through, because even Satan was talking about, move that hedge from her. I know that he a cursor, and I cursed him, and I felt like that same thing was happening to me. Take all her family, take her loved ones, make her lonely. She'll curse you, she won't serve you. But I did as Job. I didn't. And God has restored unto me more than I could ever ask, even imagine, or think. That is the God I serve. That is God. And you know, for the Lord, Kenya, he is our God. He is our God. Gracious he is. Compassionate. He's Jehovah Rapha. Jehovah my provider. Jehovah Nisi, our banner. He is the El Shaddai, the God that is more than enough. He is the bright and morning star. Kenya, I know you know him because you served him. He is the lily of the valley. Kenya, he is the God of hosts, strong and mighty in battle. Oh, yes, he is. Kenya, we just got to get under the shadows of his wings. That's where we hide. It was tailor-made for you, Kenya. And the enemy, what he's done is lured you out and tried to make you believe that God doesn't love you anymore, that God was trying to punish you in some crazy way, Kenya. But that's not the God that we serve. That is not Jehovah. We know that he is the great physician. He is the stone, Kenya, that the builders rejected. He is the solid rock. He is our God. As you said earlier, the Alpha, the Omega. And your God is love. In all your serving him, you simply just didn't know who he was. He can heal whatever is broken inside of you, my sister. I am the Lord, the God of all mankind. And he asked the question in Jeremiah 32 and 27. Look at him, kid. He's asking, is there anything too hard for me? So ask the Lord.
I repent, Father. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, God. Wipe away my hurt, Lord God. Heal me, God. Forgive me for all my transgressions. Forgive me for having a hatred towards you. Forgive me for the depression, God. Forgive me for being so angry with you. Forgive me for wanting to take my life. Forgive me, God. I forgot that my daughter knew who you were. I'm so sorry. God, I want to live. Please come back to me, God. I'm so sorry, God. Please. Live within me. I need you, Father. I need you. I need you, Father.
Father, I have done. I have done all that you've asked of me. God, I know that you're still in this room. God, I just bless you for this moment you said. Only when one soul, the angels in heaven rejoice. God, thank you for this moment right now. Can we bless the Lord?
Yes.
We honor him today. We give him praises. Let me pray with you, sister. God, we thank you. We bless you now for your woman servant. Restore her back unto yourself. Cause her to continue to do the greater work. To do all that you have predestined for life. From the foundation of the world. We give you thanks, God. We give you glory. We honor you, Lord God. We thank you for who you are, the Redeemer of our soul. We bless you. I tell you, King, God is a way maker, isn't he?
He is a miracle worker.
He is a promise keeper.
He's the light in my darkness.
I tell you, he is the stone that the built girl, they rejected him.
My God is who he say he is.
But he is I am that I am, that I am, that I am, that I am.
Feels so good.
I tell you, you look so blessed.
Thank you.
I just bless the Lord for you, girl. And I tell
so
you,
much better.
and I know you didn't bargain for this today.
No.
But God is always working. He's
Yes.
always doing something. Oh, what's that? Catch a quick one.
Yes.
But look, let me ask you again. Is he coming to the church this week? Is
I'm going to be there before you.
Hey, can you bring me that little light blue dress?
Girl, you got it.
Glory to God. Well, we bless the Lord.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Now we can finish this going over
We can
these
get it on.
contracts.
We can get it on.
And I